Our feature match this morning, Japan versus Sweden. Session 3 of the round robin. Let's meet the teams. And for Japan at lead, TSURUGA Sota. At second, OUCHI Haruto. Skip, MAGNUSSON Shinya. And the fourth, zone thrower SHIMIZU Tetsuro. And for Sweden at lead, Christoffer SUNDGREN. Second, Rasmus WRANAA. Third, Oskar ERIKSSON. And the skip, Niklas EDIN. Canada, Scotland sitting on 2-0. Then Italy, Norway, Sweden and United States all on 1 win. Czechia, Germany, Japan, Korea, Netherlands, New Zealand and Switzerland looking for their first win. There are 4 games on this morning's session. Italy will meet Czechia, Norway will take on Switzerland, Korea will face Germany, and our feature match on sheet D, Japan versus Sweden. Teams have had their pre-game practice and just waiting. As we have a look at the rules of play, 6 ends minimum must be played of a scheduled 10 ends. Each team has 38 minutes of thinking time and 1 60-second timeout. The free guard zone, no tick rule, will be in operation throughout. I'm Rona Howie, delighted to be joined by Kevin Martin this morning. And Team Japan, Kevin, 2 experienced players but 2 very young. First time on the world stage.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key to this one is, can they own the top of the house against this powerhouse Swedish team? You know, they're going to have to really get rock placement in exactly the right spots, keep away from the straight back raises, angle raises, that of course we've seen Sweden be so good at over the years. But in order to have a chance in this game, I believe Team Japan is going to have to own that, the front area, just out front of the house, maybe in the top 12, top 8 foot area.
It will be a hard task facing Niklas EDIN. 6 world gold medals. And this team so strong, so steady, just phenomenal athletes.
The other thing too is patient. They'll wait for their big opportunities and take it. They'll be very patient. They'll start out the game fairly slow, I think, but there's a plan.
And Sweden have last on advantage at the first end, had a better draw shot challenge. So lead for Japan, TSURUGA Sota, 21 from Sapporo. His first time at a World Men's Championship. Japan have just played the 1 game yesterday. So have Sweden. Sweden got the win, Japan didn't. So a good start.
Japan did play fairly well though, Rona, yesterday, and they didn't win, but I thought came out with a really good effort. So that kind of bodes well going into this game. Unfortunately for Team Japan, they have to play Team Sweden, which is difficult always, but especially at the start of a World Championship for the
He has 5 world men gold. Not quite the 6 that his skip has, but still 5. But it's a great experience for this young Japanese front end to be in the world stage. They won.
And they'll have another, come here, learn a lot. And, being so young, likely we'll be back again and again. And every time you just get a little bit stronger, a little bit better, a little more knowledgeable, even a little more comfortable. And that's where something like Team Sweden, they've been there so often, so many times. There's nothing really new to learn. They're comfortable and they're used to ice conditions, the whole bit.
Even just dealing with the pre-game practice and these routines, It's all new. A really nice shot there. Just punched the red out into the open. OUCHI, Haruto, first world men's, also for him. Student, 21-year-old.
The line looks good on this one. If the weight's there. Really nice line. Well, not too bad.
Yep, certainly usable there.
Jag tror nästan bara en liten frystapp på den där. Okej. Få lös den lite grann. Ja. Det eller slår den vänstra.
Definitely an aggressive start to this game by both teams.
That's what we like to see.
Absolutely.
Får väl ut den ditåt sen då. Om vi får den här lite upp på hörnet på den. Så är det typ 10 eller? Ja, topp 4 10. Ja. Där ja. Okej, Nana. Nana. Damen chata tantomo. Nana.
So we could also see hog to hog coming down the other side on the in-turn. 14-6.
So this should be top 8 as well, bite the top 4. Well, this is not the type of end I expected out of Team Japan in the first against Sweden. It's a risky way to do business.
Especially with Sweden with the hammer in that
Spela in den här men lite mjukare så, sen toucha den, ner på den. Bara flytta på ryggen där. Ja. Det andra är att spela den där nu direkt istället bara för att få bort den. Den blir alltid kvar men då är det ju öppet i alla fall. Och det där eller spela den. Så här kan man ju spela den också. Ja. Kanske man får ut 4. Det är risk att man så ut. Egen skottet kommer väl troligtvis försvinna men ja, jag vet inte vilken som är bäst. Kanske nice att få bort garden. Ja, på något vis. Ja, kanske är den ändå. Ja. Spela den där så får vi i alla fall bort minst 2 av dem. Ja. 2/3, 3/4 okej också. Ja. Tror lite curl här tror jag.
Nick thinking it's time to open things up a little bit. Being with hammer here in the first, don't want to get yourself in too much trouble.
Med! Yes! Hårt! Okay.
Oh, that was exactly the call.
Yeah, that certainly opened things up.
Perfekt så. Den drog en del.
Such power and accuracy. Rasmus WRANAA.
De får ju mycket curl också.
Trying to hit that just off nose. That's exactly what happened. A really good result. Sort of takes the chances of a steal out of play, but yet Team Sweden still has a chance for a multiple score. So that was the purpose of the call. Kind of a two-way shot.
Asei Shinya, 44 years of age, the veteran of the team, Sapporo. It's his third World Men's Championship. He played lead in 2019 and 2021.
A little extra weight on this one. Bounced off. Not sure whose second shot. It's pretty close. Probably, I'm thinking red is likely second shot. Or third, I'm sorry. I'm assuming Nick's going to hit the other one. So it hit and roll the center line.
And third for Sweden, Oskar Eriksson, the professor, 32-year-old from Karlstad.
Alla får ligga kvar. Järnet, fortsätt.
And rolls the wrong way.
10-3.
Rasmus was trying to carve that, but
Must have just got a little bit outside the broom on that one. But now a chance to come right in there. Second chance, same shot. Should be very close to right on top of the Yellowstone back forefoot.
yeah, and this is where Sweden had got the roll right into the forefoot to put a lot more pressure onto Japan.
So somewhere around the high 14s would be a really nice speed. Same spot twice, 14-7, 14-8. That's plenty of weight.
Trying to hold the line though, it's really curling.
Nice shot. Lots of curl in that spot.
It was good that it did have that extra running because the line was tight.
Han smet ju, men han hade ju jag tror han gillar dragningen faktiskt. Okej.
13-5 vad han sa.
Topp 4. Deras såg ut att curla helt okej, men inget överdrivet liksom. Bara fart, lite videos nu. Okej, håll igång då ni behöver. Bara fart. Gärna curla.
Trying to get this in the top forefoot area. Shot stone.
Långt ut. Den har ingen linje. Vi behöver ända ner hit tror jag.
Ja.
Allt utifrån. Allt ut.
Plenty of room.
Kom igen. Mer. Gärna.
Good shot, well judged. Most of it underneath the guard.
Yeah, really nice weight. And because it is top tee, Japan have to tap it.
A little bit. Amount of curl in the spot. Getting by the guard tight, you might be able to get right inside. Sneak right in almost to the top of the button. Cannot afford to be heavy on this at all, though, or it will track for most of the sheet and end up a little bit too much on the outside of the rock. Weight's got to be perfect.
SHIMIZU, Tetsuro. Four-stone thrower. It's his 9th appearance at a World Men's. Best finish was 4th in 2016.
Line's pretty good. Trying to get to the inside. Shot stone, maybe even.
Oh, what a great shot.
Excellent. That's the piece of ice. Beautiful spot. The weight had to be perfect, though, to get in there. That it certainly was. Just snuck in there for shot stone.
Frysa den. Känns som vi får... Han kanske drar här då i och för sig. Då kan man ligga riktigt i trubbel i och för sig. Jag vet inte vad vi gör annars. Dra där själva, men då har man ju... Den här kan han täppa upp på mäthålet liksom. Lyckas man få liksom den här... Ja. Öppnar man... Det jobbiga är väl om man tar riktigt tunt där som bara ligger kvar här. Men han kan ju slå här, men det är lite känslig för han också. är lite inne på frysningen bara. I och för sig kan vi inte få 2 på frysningen ändå, för den bakre röda får vi aldrig bort.
Nej, exakt. Nej, vi försöker se vad som är lättast för att få 1 poäng just nu kanske, ändå.
Ja. Och det är ju inte lätt oavsett, om vi inte får bort den där röda måste man ju dra typ knappt. Det kanske ska göra det på första ändå då.
Här får vi ett troligare slag för 1 om vi spelar den här.
Jag vet inte, då gaddar ju han.
Risk att...
Trying to figure out a way to get into the top of the button area.
Någonsin chapp här så blir det rätt jobbigt.
Such a beautiful
Jag
shot.
tänker väl det om vi får träffen här, men det är klart.
Yeah, Japan have certainly given Sweden something to think about in this first end.
Ja, eller jag tänkte den här dragningen istället kanske. Ja. Men det är jävligt svårt för han att komma och lägger vi i frysen så kanske han bara drar här ändå. Då är det ganska drygt. Jag tror försöka dra skottet där, ja.
Okej.
Han kan inte göra någonting för mer i alla fall.
Yeah, Nick's worried if you play the out turn freeze, and if you even make it, if Team Japan goes in turn draw to the button, it's a guaranteed steal. So Nick thinking, well, I better get there first then on the in turn side. So try to draw the button. Hope to at least score here in the first.
Ja.
Jag försöker typ pricka hans linje.
Ja. Krippa som var lite längre in, den var ju 13-8.
Ja. Jag tänkte säga låga 14.
Ja.
Sånt.
Låga 14-14-0, den någonstans tror jag.
Ja.
Att den bromsar och sen glider den på.
Ja, jag drev på den här ganska hårt också, men den satte sig en del faktiskt. Bra.
Japan could come in the same way and just nudge their own a fraction.
こっちゃよね。
I like that call actually. Come around with the exact same shot. Bump it just a few inches to
Yeah.
shot stone.
And even if you don't get shot, there's very little room for Sweden to get 2.
くらいしか多分2点ないと思う。
SHIMIZU's got very straight arm and then pulls it back.
Trying to get this. So there is a slight bump on the yellow that's beside the button right there. It's kind of a sideways bump.
Helt bra.
Vilken fart.
Kan aldrig ta för tjock.
Not easy, but definitely there. That guard is not in the way.
Ja. Deras den som de pressade in idag var 14-5.
Ja. Ja, Ogge som var lite vid, den hängde ju. Men deras som är lite krok, när de väl börjar köla, då kommer det ganska fint här. Men fart själv till bak 8 och så försöka få fart om den går tajt på garden. Så.
Tror du samma fart i bak 4, bak 8?
Jag tror jag behöver ge den lite mer än förra kanske.
Okej.
Ja, lite. Ja, det är bra.
0.
Ja.
So Sweden lying 1. Looking just to catch their own very thin across.
Aldrig!
Bakom nästa igenom! Nära!
Nej!
Plenty of weights. Want to just super thin.
Så, mycket bra.
Oh,
Like that.
fantastic. Some great shooting in this first end. And it is a score of 2 for Sweden. So a great start. They lead Japan 2-0 after 1.
重かったで。多分。まあまあ、そうでもない。投げ感はもうすげえバリバリいって。
あ、でも多分伸びてるのは多分
スイープしたらいける感じ？うん。いや確かに思ったよりはいった。
Bra linje.
Lite avstannande bara.
Okej. Linjen är bra.
Håller lite tryck då.
Sweden
Häng
get
lite
the
kanske.
second end underway.
Ja, känns bra.
A dream start with the hammer, scoring 2 at the first.
Ja, nu kommer den.
Topp 4.
And
Okej, i alla fall.
a great first end, Kevin, from both sides. Some great shot play.
Yeah, just, you know, well, it was quite the skip's deuce, if you want to call it that, by Niklas EDIN. His last two were the ones that counted, but I really liked the tap on Team Japan's last. You throw that beautiful draw into the top of the button. Same weight, and just as soon as you get the line right, hit it hard and bump that stone up into the button. I don't know what Niklas could have possibly have done to knock it out. So, but you've got to give Niklas EDIN, you know, the nod, the tip of the cap for that great shooting.
And that corner guard's just not as wide as they would have liked that to be.
Jo, vi kan vänta va? I alla fall om det går lite. Ja, bra fart!
Linjen är bra.
Okej, linje.
Nära.
Gärna kalla lite, se lite helt
Linjen kommer
så.
fint. Perfekt linje.
Ja, nära själv.
Perfekt linje. Kommer mycket nu.
And we'll look on to sheet C, Korea versus Germany. And last stone for Korea.
Yeah, pretty good opportunity here. The yellow corner guard not really in the way. We'll have to be a little bit careful with it though. Past the corner, it is a good line. Trying to get into the button area. A nice little draw right on the button. Nice shot for a single point to lead 1-0 after 1 for Team Korea.
Inte vidare linje, men den är okej. Från linjen är okej. Okej, fart. Bra linje.
Topp 8, 4.
Bajta långt. Bra linje.
4. 4.
14-9, ja.
Coming around to the top button here on the intern side. Nice double made. From Team Japan's last, so now pretty good opportunity to make a split here, get one rock behind the corner guard, roll the open side.
OUCHI,
Haruto.
Haruto. The split.
Nice setup shot possibility here. This is 8 foot total, so just much too heavy.
Försöker köra någon liknande slide i alla fall.
Rasmus RANAA, who's just won the Swedish Championship for mixed doubles with his sister,
Samma linje ungefär.
Isabella.
Nära 12.
So they will go to Sweden, Östersund,
Håll igång, linjen kommer. Håll igång.
home country, for the World Mixed Doubles in a couple of weeks.
Ja, håll igång, håll igång.
And we look onto sheet B, Norway, Switzerland. No score,
Kom igen.
but second end and last stone for Benoit Schwartz van Berkel.
Team Switzerland in trouble the whole end. Been chasing right from the start here and having a tough out-turn draw to full four. Had a look at the in-turn path to the button. That was certainly there as well, but hadn't been used as much this end. So Benoit deciding to go with the wide out-turn draw to the forefoot. Certainly the best chance of only giving up one by playing this turn.
Okej, den hårt.
This rock hanging a lot, though.
Oh, no, it's going to dig, is it? Oh, weight was perfect.
Steal of one, though. Team Norway. That's sort of why Switzerland picked that turn, though, Rona. They knew the weight on it. It was very difficult to get shot rock with either turn, so thinking that you wouldn't give up more than one, and that's exactly what happened.
And back in our feature match, Japan tried the run back but missed both the yellows and just left a corner guard. So Sweden now just putting up the centre guard.
This is sliding very, very, very tight, though. Oskar not totally happy with that. Would have liked to have had it a little further from the house. Chance to get all the yellows moving. Hit the yellow across the top, the guard across the top of the one up the top 8 foot.
And we see Bob URSEL.
Yes, it should work now.
Oh.
Sweden's is working,
Yes.
his mine's not working.
Try it again.
Having a chat with the chief umpire, Tim Bastian.
Bob
URSEL himself, a world junior champion in 1985 for Canada. So it does remove guard on one of the yellows. And we see the two Lindstroms, Alexander and Christian. Alexander, coach of the team, and Christian is the national coach. You won't have much to do as a coach when you're coaching a 6-time world champion.
Well, there's always work to be done. Especially, maybe not so much during a championship like this, but between events, trying to get everybody just spot on technically. That's sort of it never ends, that type of work. Nice guard there. Wanting to be tighter than the first guard, because now you're only guarding one shot stone.
Yeah, Team Sweden really just need that manager for events to manage all the logistics. Help the team with all the bits and pieces that they don't want to bother focusing on.
Yeah, carrying all the gold to the vault after playing in these events that Niklas tends to do. So trying the straight back. Yellow onto yellow. Any chance of hitting this on the inside a little bit, maybe rolling to a biter? Might be there, just very close.
Shinya looking for the run back. Oh, really unlucky.
Trying to get across the face to attempt to roll in, but could not carve it enough. Still though, those red stones are dangerous for Team Sweden. Trying to get that to curl enough. They're trying to get across to make the roll, but could have actually kept it straight, made the double the other way.
So now Sweden just need to guard again.
Not making Sweden work very hard this end.
No, they're just have been guarding for quite a few stones now.
Bra linje.
Känns bra. Lite mjukt.
Okej, linje. Åt det tajta hållet, tror jag.
Lite kort. Hake. Hake upp.
Bra linje.
Nära. Ja, nära.
Bra linje.
Nej, vänta,
Mind you.
kalla lite.
Hake nära.
Bite center line.
Kalla lite.
Kalla.
Perfect line.
Bra,
Just
bra,
bite the
bra.
center
Mycket
line.
Halli. Mycket bra.
Yeah, just like that. Excellent.
Very nice.
8。これでいいよね。
And because that Swedish counter is biting the top of the button, there's no way for Japan to draw or try and outcount things.
The good news is there's two red rocks just short of the ring, so you have this chance to hit the yellow stone and maybe stay buried and then have an opportunity to get your 2 points, but you need to make this one right now.
Shimizu looking for the run back. Red onto yellow. Oh, very nice.
And stayed mostly buried. Great shot. Just snuck out a little.
Försöka komma så ändå, eller? Jag tror det.
And a look onto sheet 8. Check out 1-0 up on Italy. Last stone here for Joe Returnaz.
Yeah, looks like red has shot stone in the back of the house. So this is an out-turn draw with backing. Could always bump into the yellow on this out-turn as well. So wanting to get a little bit of late finish. Lots of backing back there to run into. No problem at all. And that's 2 points. 2-1 Italy now after 2. Niklas trying to play the out-turn bump. There's room for a roll, but it's risky to get too close if you're up 2-0. So the natural thing would be to end up hitting this kind of near the nose. Yeah, that makes sense. No sense risking touching the guard. If you ever touch the guard, the split's available for 3. So not a surprise, Nick. Hit that a little on the high side.
It was such a good shot. Shimizu's first to get that one off the button, out to the wing, get play out to the side. And now it is a blank opportunity. Just never managed to get things going here, Japan, to generate 2. Oh my goodness, is it enough? Oh, it is.
Just barely got it.
Done enough, so it is a blank. Sweden will still lead 2-0 after 2.
Wait. 特にさ、当てに行くけど、もう当たんなかった場合止まってもいいやっていうウェイトで投げさせてる場合はさ、やっぱそういうウェイトで投げてほしいんだよね。まあ、狙いに行ったらダメだ。もうそのラインにこの14だったら14で投げるっていう感覚の方がいいと思う。OK。
Lite åt det vida kanske. Bra linje, bra linje.
Känns okej.
Jag behöver kolla lite om något, va?
Lite.
Nej, kommer nu. Bra linje, bra linje, bra linje.
You're watching live coverage of the LGT World Men's Curling Championship. We're in Schaffhausen, Switzerland. Our feature match, Japan versus Sweden. And we saw in the first end lots of stones in play, some great shots from both sides. And then the second end, Japan just not able to get things going to try and generate two. So it was a blank, so they will try again here with
We talked about it a little bit in the opening, the need for Team Japan to own that just in front of the house and in the top house. But it was Sweden that owned it last end, and that was the problem. So Team Japan will have to do a better job of getting the rocks in the right spots and early in the end. That's perfect.
And that one is off the centre line, so if Japan do try and come round, if they nick it, they can do that. Tsuruga Sota.
Plenty of room on this. This is a little bit heavy, I think. Needs to stay in the house. That will, I think, in the back 12. Niklas trying to get that out.
Yeah, just too heavy.
Frysa egen eller frysa den, känns det som. Ja. Jag är inte superfan av garden, men... Nej. Jag tänkte första tanken var frysa egen. Ja, men då gör vi det. Fryser en bra vinkel så ligger den ju för den här ändå. Ja. Mitt 8, nästan bite 4 frys.
14-5 på din klippa.
Yep. Trying to freeze this in a straight line to the back red. Anything off, of course, then that back red could come into play later in the end to be the second or third point. So it doesn't seem like an important factor right now, but it certainly is. Has lots of room as well.
Börjar bli okej, men kommer nu med fortfarande köla. Fortfarande köla. Fortfarande köla.
Now, can they get that to curl enough to line up to the back?
Mycket bra.
Yes, they can.
Yes.
That's a beautiful shot.
Really nice. Great weight.
The degree of difficulty to make a freeze like that, pointing straight back at a rock, you know, 7.5 feet back, it's really difficult. Made it look easy, but it's not easy at all.
So, run back double. Oh, and just missed the back.
Yeah, the drag effect, it ended up not hitting it. So. That extra spin on the stone coming back. Got it offline. Really nice shot.
Yeah, really good result. Left another corner.
Ja, men då kan vi nog dra någonstans här nere och ligga andra sten. Okej? Ja. Då har vi en gard också. Ja. Tror det, haken nära.
So just to freeze up to the back red.
We've got to take that out of play now that that raise is made without making contact with it. Playing the tight guard. Aggressive.
Om någonting lite vid kanske.
Meter. Strax under den där vore perfekt i höjd.
Ja, jag drar curl och grejer. Helt över linan, helt över linan. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen. Fort och gå, fort och gå, fort och gå, fort och gå. Mer. Kom igen.
Guarded most of it. I think the tap is available though to roll behind the corner. So if this tap is made, three-ender is definitely a possibility.
And we can see Italy 2-1 up on Czechia, Norway 1 up on Switzerland, Korea, Germany 1-0, and our game Sweden 2-0 on Japan. What a fraction thinner, they could have rolled that shooter into the house.
So that yellow is a biter, but the back red is a bigger biter. That was a really big opportunity to hit and roll behind the corner and set up for a three-ender. So now with all the reds on the corner, tough for Sweden to come back to the back one now because they hit and roll behind that wall of granite. So really it's Oskar being asked to throw a guard now.
Kanske lite mjuk. In är lugn.
Yeah, if it's not the perfect guard, they want to cover the side that would give the hit and roll behind the cover.
Right, yeah. Show a half, show the other half.
Helt över linan sen. Byt om du behöver, Hasse. Yes, fortsätt så, fortsätt så.
Trying to get this right across this time.
Bra, perfekt.
That's better, that's exactly buried.
16-7.
が行くか。
これ行ったらさ、まあこれが残ったやつの裏ってもう一回やるんだよね。そこつけて。
こっちから。
いやこっちから押しに行くわ。でこれ触ってこれは OK。バックラインプラスぐらい。12じゃ早いかなとか今のハルトぐらいの感じ。
And with that stagger on the reds, it's not easy to run the red in. So is he trying to come through the port?
Well, I guess there is a port. Boy, it's not very big though. Whew.
And you can't see enough of the high side of the red to angle it in.
Could make a split on the red, I guess, to sit second, third, and fourth.
And we take a look on sheet B, Norway 1-0 up on Switzerland, and last stone for Switzerland.
An in-turn draw to 4-foot circle, I believe. Yellow sitting 1. Benoit made a really nice freeze on his first stone. Yes, that yellow stone is shot, so that's a nice skip deuce, 2 points. Gets Team Switzerland out to a lead, 2-1 after 3.
And the fans in the stands are enjoying that. And we did see Elena Pats, silver medalist last weekend in Sydney. She's got the world gold medals as well. So we saw Japan just feather that red and roll away.
Bra linje. Bak 4. Häng. Ja, bra linje, bra linje. Bak 4 bakåt.
Ja, det enda där nere. Det ser ut att vara bara locket, va?
Bak 4.
Oscar
Dra curl hit istället.
just looking to freeze the back red.
Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen. Kom igen, fort att gå, fort att gå, fort att gå. Längre
Was the second option. They said back 4, back 8, back
Jag trodde vi skulle...
back ring. So right now Japan in a bit of trouble.
So far in the game, when you look at the top of the house, it's always been yellow. And that's against a team like Sweden, it's a difficult way to play the game. Need to change that going further into this match.
And they're putting up the corner guards, but they're just not getting a chance to use them.
They had one opportunity
Sweden
to come
are
around.
so good at their stone positioning.
So this is the run back being played. Try to get those yellows moving, especially one that's on the button.
Abe Shinya looking for the run back. Try and remove one at least, and he does. But the one on the button still remains.
Chance to guard it up again. You could guard or even come around the red guard. That'd be fine. Nice to have that just hit a little thicker, move that one off the button.
2-3なんか持てたら
Slå den heller, men. Jag gillar guard nära.
Ja.
Optimal! Gömma en centi bakom den så han inte kan skjuta den då.
Yeah, so now that red is accessible for Japan to run back.
Är vi väldigt nära kan han ju spela den, men...
Sweden want to be half round that red guard to prevent the run back.
Yeah, just tuck an edge.
Känns bra för nära tycker jag.
Bra linje.
Nära! Linjen är bra.
Bra linje.
Nära, ganska nära. Nära 12.
Helst inte! Okej.
12.
Tajt då.
Vänta då.
Behöver vi dra den eller?
Men vänta.
Dra köl!
Den är bra.
12.
Dra köl! Yes. Han inte har dubbel.
Trying to tuck a corner.
Så är det lika bra att försöka helgömma den här.
Might have tucked a little. Would have liked to touch more. I believe the double will be there, just barely.
こんなもんかい
Oh, looking at it must have tucked enough. Not give the double, going with the red guard.
ああそうだね
前はしっかり当てたい。
Yeah, so looking to run the red onto yellow.
And sit 2. So just slightly across the top.
赤黄色で横
Try to sit 2 in the rings.
感じかな
SHIMIZU, Tetsuro.
Ping! Ping! Yes! Oh! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, what a fantastic shot.
Like that. And does sit the 2.
And it was a long run back.
Yeah, great shot.
Really well judged as well.
Ping! Yes! Oh! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Red, yellow, and lie too.
Well, a double back. This is a tough one. Long double between those reds.
Yep.
Going for a roll now. Change of plan.
Okay.
Just inside the broom all the way on that one. So a draw for 2.
Yeah, once he realised it wasn't going to be enough for the double, the up to try and get the roll, just not enough.
後半
So how an end can turn around. Sweden, they were guarding a lot through this end. But that great run back.
結構滑ってるよ
ちょっとここ一回クリーンしてもらっていい線入ってホグまで
Oh, just asking the sweepers to do some housekeeping. There must be a mark on the ice. So last stone of the third end. Chance for Japan to tie up this game. Just needs to be fully in the 12 foot. Sweeper standing. Yes, it does. So it is a score of 2. Very well played by SHIMIZU. And it is all square, 2-all after 3.
Ja, final lite cornerspel.
Ja.
Det känns som vi kanske har större fördel mot dem. De är jävligt bra på mjuka sätt.
TSURUGA Sota gets a fourth end underway, looking for the centre guard. Oh, it just stops in time. Doesn't bite the centre line though, so that can be ticked off.
Being an even end though. Team Sweden throwing the corner, trying to get 2 points back. That was quite the deuce last end though. Fantastic.
2 fantastic shots
Lite knapp. Den är bra. Riktigt
from
bra
SHIMIZU.
Kan jag kalla lite.
Knapp hake. Lite kortare.
Bra linje. Bra linje. Får den hit bara. Kom igen, kom igen.
2 steg kort.
Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen. Nice. Ja, ganska mild curl där.
Då.
And it goes back to Sweden coming round that one in the 4 foot when they said an option was to come to the back one. At that point, if they had come to the back one, then that double wouldn't have been possible. It would have jammed.
Absolutely. Yeah, nullify that back. Redstone with that freeze would have done it, but
81% for the tournament so far.
throwing a long guard here.
That one does touch the centre. %94% for Christoffer Sundgren so far, so setting up the ends very well for Team Sweden. He really is one of the most consistent leads in the world. Always shooting big numbers.
And a perfect come around there on the in-turn side, right to the top 4 foot. 3 guards though out of the first 3 rocks. This is going to be, there've been a lot of rocks in play this end. Trying to throw the in-turn freeze here.
OUCHI Haruto, 76% so far. It is just a second game.
They'll want to bring those numbers up into the 80s, no question. By the guard, this looks like a little extra weight. Does bounce.
14だ。
Försöka kappa den där ner bakåt.
Ja.
Yeah, with that
Bak
red
håll
rock
igenom.
being so long, there is an in-turn
Ta
tap
centergarden är inte
available.
hela världen tycker jag, men gå tight med en fart bakhåll.
Ja.
Yeah, that guard is fairly high. Room for Rasmus WRANAA. 93% for the tournament.
Sist igenom.
Behöver curla matte.
Knapp igenom.
Genom. In. Japp. Japp.
Away from the hog line in.
Grym. Mycket bra spel.
Nice weight.
Alltså.
Aj.
Really great shot.
Igenom.
Hårt! Hårt! Håll den, håll den, håll den, håll den, håll den. Kom igen.
Yeah, the reason trying to get that on the nose is that now there is the red raise back to get the double.
Yes, 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 oh, yes. Oh, 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 okay.
Red on to the top yellow and get the back one. Just like that. That's why the nose hit was important, not the roll. Nice shot.
Great run back double from OUCHI. Got confidence from his 4-stone thrower at the last end. Just makes that look easy.
Ja.
Saj. En.
Håll igång.
Ja.
Till mjukhållet.
Ja, håll igång. En.
In fart.
Curla.
En, ligger bra.
Ren, ren, ren.
Yes!
Trying to get this little bump and roll underneath.
Bra. Snyggt. Olli.
Nicely done.
And we're looking in sheet C. Korea, Germany, 1-1. Playing the fourth. And difficult shot here for Korea.
But a big upside if you can make it. Thin angle raise for 3. This is a big count. Trying to hold it straight. Hit it very, very thin. Onto yellow. Nice. Oh, but. And does it hang on for 2? It ends up only being 1. So close to 3. But 2-1 now. Korea leads after 4.
So a fairly short run back here for Japan.
Should be easy. They've been making the long ones.
They've made the long doubles, so a short single is much easier.
Good. Across the top. Was hoping to have it roll only enough to bury behind the red.
Sätta den lilla floppen. Den här känns svår, va?
See, it's not easy for Sweden to draw around their corner.
Där den.
Have to go from the wide side.
Yep.
Behöver
So they'll
bajsa
do it the
inåt,
traditional
bajsa
way.
åt foten
A flop
bra,
and roll
ta
might
den.
be easier.
Så, vicka en halvsten inåt ungefär. Hack, gör ingenting egentligen om den blir kvar här.
Nej.
Lite mer curl kanske, men ändå kanske att det tenderar att gå rakt.
Kommer nog gå bra fram till andra håll.
Ja, det är sant.
Men lite trögt i slutet kanske.
Man kan ha 12-6 kanske eller något.
Ja.
And Oskar ERIKSSON coming from the left hack.
Ahack!
Ligger okej. Vänta.
Videos nu, videos nu.
Vänta, grippa.
Bara genom! Bara
Just
genom.
playing a controlled hack weight to try and get to the inside.
Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen! Varje svensk och sen vicka uppåt. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen.
Okej. Get up.
Det är bra.
Really nice weight control. Just couldn't quite get the curl. Hog line in.
Lite, men det går ju rakt.
Japan still live.
Det är som exakt samma sätt.
And now they can come round and control the top of that 4-foot.
いや、あとはもうこれでよ。
いや結構しんどいね。
うん。
でもドロー投げに行っちゃっても簡単に取られそうじゃない？ 12?
Now they looked at the
壁の方
drop,
がちょっと曲がるとは思うんだよね。
now deciding to play the hit.
Yeah, the guard is so long. That's the problem. So if you get to completely buried, an in-turn tap and roll behind the corner would be there. If you don't quite bury, then there's the out-turn double to lie 2. So I totally agree with this call. Play the bump on the L, try to get in behind. Just need to be careful not to float this at all. It's a pretty straight spot. Could jam it on the back one. So a little careful with the weight control here.
71%.
ウォウォウウォウウォウ
Rabi Shinya
投げだ
so far.
投げだ投げ
Trying to curl this one early. Cannot afford to hit on the outside here.
もうちょいもうちょいもうちょいもうちょい
Oh no. Oh. Oh.
That was certainly the worry on that shot. It was a bit of a straight spot.
Worked hard to carve that the whole way.
Ja, den här behöver man vicka för långt nu. Man behöver nästan vicka bakom centern. Ja, och dra så, då blir det nästan för lätt så. Ja, det är eller gå på dubbeln. Ja.
Det är inte jättelätt för dem att lägga en
Eller gå på den här.
Ja, det går också.
Det är inte så lätt för dem att följa efter, men outen i det hålet.
Nej. Gillar ni?
Det är dubbeln, precis.
Om jag missar dubbeln så får han dra en topp 8-sten bara.
Även om vi bara slår där, då måste de slå igen.
Ja.
Då kommer vi kunna runda med mig någonting också.
So saying that, you know, to get to the inside of that red's difficult down that track. But this isn't easy through this port either.
No, trying to go with Oscar's in turn through the backward stagger. It's never easy optically. It's tough for the eye.
94% for Oskar Eriksson.
So pretty solid numbers for Team Sweden. 94, 93, 94.
Oh, kalla.
Oh, well, made it through.
And just a flop inside behind that guard. So it means now Japan can't see all of that.
It's not an easy port. Oscar didn't get through the hole by a whole lot.
Ja,
Det är bra spelat. Men
de spelar ju bra. Men det är eventuellt där på slaget där efter där, när vi väljer att gå i det här hålet. Det är väl då man kan skicka den. Men det kan ju bli fel det också om man tar chapp. Så är det.
89% for SHIMIZU. Tetsuro.
A solid number.
Trying to navigate the port. And he's through. Oh, very well played.
That's not an easy shot to get through that hole.
ja, antingen det eller bara försöka dra den där. Kommer han åt chappen kan det bli en halvjobbig dragning.
Alltså visar man en tredjedel här.
Right through the center. The hole, nice shot.
Vad gör han om vi sätter floppen dit? Kan han skjuta?
Alltså jag skulle inte vilja spela den här jagningen.
So right now Japan are setting up for a force here.
Känns som det curlar lite här.
Unless Niklas can get a really good roll.
Ja. Det bara känns så svårt att sätta den här, Rickard.
Jag kan spela den laget.
Looking at the come around. So just bite the top four.
Visa en tredjedel, då är den inte lätt för han. Typ halva fyran.
Leave a little bit on the outturn side open. That way, if an attempt to play it could be a jam on the back. That would be the thinking here.
Yeah, because it looks like being forced, Sweden can try and come around the cover first. It's the only way to set up their two.
Är den lång så kan vi gå ner och nästan ända frysa deras liksom, ifall man får sån båge. Men bara för att få en
But as we said, that centre guard is so long.
Yeah, there will be a chance to get this stone out, no matter how good Niklas puts it in there.
91% for Niklas EDIN
Inne är bra.
so far.
Inne! Inne okej. Bra linje.
45, pretty close. Very nice.
ハック。
12後半。
Sten högre.
I would like to have that curl up just a touch more, I think. Have to be a little careful, though, not to overthrow this and end up jamming on that back red one.
Yeah, you're really only needing just past back ring weight. Back ring to hack, no more.
No more, no. You just need to get this rock out of the 8-foot circle, actually. Trying to get it right on the nose. Might be good enough to steal one. This definitely has some curling to do to get to the nose. Weight looks really nice. Perfect weight. That's what saved that one. Really good shot.
Great shot. So a really well played in by Japan to force Sweden here.
Typ som han då. Spelade rätt bort. Bort igenom kanske nästan till hack med slagstenen.
And also Sweden have to be careful here. They can't be on the high side, jam it on the back and their shooter roll a bit. They may not lie shot.
Definitely need to get near nose, but can only see a half.
Last stone of the fourth end. Japan lying 3. Niklas EDIN looking for the nose. 1 for Sweden. So after 4 ends, they will lead Japan 3-2. Oh, very well played end by Japan.
Borde man inte vicka av. Ja, precis. Och man borde inte chappa om det är så mycket vinkel att man rullar av på den andra. Ja. Det är väl där man kan göra. Sen på och försöka få någon vick eller någonting. Ja. De kan ju lägga en ny center också då, det kan de göra. Men sätter man den och vickar till en till corner där och dubbla corners där. En mitt emellan och en hake.
Jag tycker det blir ett problem att lägga den tight.
Our time is running, so.
Vänta lite va? We're playing Tetris.
Ja, det är deras.
Det ligger nog 3-4 minuter minus.
Ja.
So just a slight technical hitch here with the clock. They're calling down the chief timer. Nice to see some friendly banter between the two skips.
We got one more game today, so we need to play.
Crowd.
Can we start?
Yeah, way better than practice days. Way better than offshore practice days.
Yeah. Great, time to go.
Yep.
So, clock is now fixed. And Christoffer Sundgren will get the fifth end underway.
Center guard being thrown here. Team Sweden being an odd end. They would love to force in this end, carry the hammer into 6. Team Japan, if a 2 points falls on your lap, take it. Otherwise, blank this end, have the hammer in 6, so you can have the hammer in 6, 8, and 10. Would be the ideal situation. Always take the 2 points if you can get it though.
Okay, go!
Japan have played in 15 World Men's Championships. Still never won a medal. Sweden, they've played in 54 World Championships. As we said, Niklas EDIN has 6 golds, and Pia Lindholm before Niklas won 3. As we look on to sheet C, Korea 2-1 up on Germany, and Korea lying well.
Lying well, lying 4, and so this is a high pressure in-turn draw, needing, well, almost a piece of the button, definitely full 4. Needing at least full 8 foot to cut the end down to 1. Line looks really good though.
Easy.
Needs to come down a little bit.
Oh,
a little bit much.
Too deep.
Deal 1. 3-1 now.
Okay.
Korea after 5. Overswept that a little bit.
And on sheet 8, Italy, Czechia 2-all. Last stone for Italy.
Always a nice situation. Czechia skip. Tried to play a little hack weight, bump and roll behind the guard, but didn't quite get the Italy stone out. The one tucked in the back corner. So that was an open hit for 3 and no mistake at all. 5-2 now. Italy after 4.
Yep, and Italy know that they've qualified, or they are the host for the next Olympics, so they've got no worry here about gaining Olympic points. They can just concentrate on the medals. OUCHI Haruto looking for the run back. Japan are making these for fun today, Kevin.
They really are playing great. Such tough shots normally, but today, one of those days when you're seeing the run backs clearly. Chance though to sit 2 for Team Sweden here. Would really like to force this in, so nice separation there. So a little bit of cat and mouse right now. Team Japan would like to roll and set up a double possibility for one of their shots later in the end and hoping to get that blank. Niklas EDIN trying not to give the blank. A bit of a case of who blinks first.
Absolutely. Oskar ERIKSSON would love to roll back to the centre.
Lite vid, vänta. Chapp snart.
Little roll.
Lite inåt.
Ja, det är bra.
That's enough. There's no double.
11-0. Det går jäkligt mycket rakare där alltså.
Ja,
Lite försiktigare satt den i första omgången tycker jag. Nej, inte mycket alltså. Bra lite.
Try to get the rolls. No, try to get the roll.
Here we go again, back to the centre.
Yeah.
Försöker spela vanlig 10, 10,5. 10-8 bara.
10-7 hade jag. Ja.
And we're looking sheet B. Norway versus Switzerland, 2-all. And Switzerland were lying really well until Norway's last stone.
And Magnus Ramsfeld made a beautiful freeze, but it is available. You can see maybe 2 inches of it. Need to hit. Oh, you can see to pick it sideways. Oh, just like that. Picked it exactly sideways. What a shot. And that is for 3.
Well, that's certainly woken this crowd up this morning.
Look
what a
at-
shot. Oh, it's so close. Benoit Schwartz van Berkel. So, as we predicted, Sweden rolled towards the centre. And now it left the double and Japan took it.
And that was the hope all the way along. Have a chance at the double, set up for the blank. And you've actually got Team Sweden discussing the come around for this exact reason. But it's a red guard.
Ganska svårt att sticka den också. Får han bara träff och rullar av kan vi välja att gå defensivt på nästa och bara försöka göra den här.
We'll take a look back at a key shot here. Sweden were lying 1, no easy draw for 2. So Niklas EDIN had to catch his own very thin.
Så, mycket bra.
And just roll in for 2. What a great shot.
Ja. Eller få en dubbel om man stickar den och den är öppen liksom. Ja. Samma farter typ.
So decision made, Kevin, coming round the centre.
Coming around, this is a scoreboard decision. Because of the scoreboard being what it is, Team Sweden coming around knowing that even if you make it really good, Team Japan could make the run back and stick it. But even if they stuck it completely buried, Nick could just hit the open one, only give up 2, have that hammer in the all-important even end. That's how important it is, though, to have hammer in the even end. It changes your strategy that would normally be put into effect sometimes. Oh, this is buried. Well, that's
Very nice, completely buried.
一応これを、ま
そう
あ、なくはないと思うけど。
それで前当たるのは悪くはないよね。
Shimuzu.
こっち側残るっていうのはね。
Det känns som nu går det så pass lätt så liksom även typ såhär 25, om det är mycket giv på 25 så är den ändå topp 8 tror jag.
They were talking about the in-turn chase. The problem is if you do get by tight and make a beautiful bump, you could jam it on that back yellow and thinking the yellow could still be second shot. So play the run back, try to stick it.
Yeah, it certainly looked as though Shimuzu was favouring this call. He's played them so well. Can he make another one? Straight back.
Yes! Yes! Whoa! Whoa! Clean! Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh my goodness.
Can he make it? Absolutely he can. Again.
He's annoyed that it rolled out. Wanted to be dead nose to keep it behind the guard.
Yes! Yes! Nice!
But look at the situation at the back of the house now. If Niklas takes on the hit and roll behind the center, that red could jam the back and give up 3. So is it even worth the risk for Team Sweden? Giving up 2 is not really that big of a deal, but giving up 3 certainly is.
Jag tror bara slå och rulla ut lite grann, ligga skottet där. Eller normal eller 8 eller? Ja, normal är bra. Drar en kall kan vi få en centi, men det känns som sticken är
Good hit and roll out to the wing and
Det är bra is. Ja.
maybe hope that Japan hit and roll out.
You definitely can't jam the back and give up 3. Anything else.
10. Håll igång. Ja, ja. Med.
Trying for the roll, but with heavy weight, so it doesn't jam. Really good play. That's as good as could be done without jamming the back. That's why you saw so much weight being thrown on that by Niklas. Tap is available.
So last stone of the 5th end. Japan with the chance to score 2. Take the lead. Nice controlled weight.
Clean all the way down the sheet. Good throw. Throws, 2 of them.
And there it is. It is a 2 on the board for Japan. They will take the lead for the first time in this game. Lead 4-3 after 5 ends.
First 5, guys. Good first 5. That's great first 5. Yeah. So, how are you guys feeling?
Not very bad.
Yeah, great first 5. Some awesome shots, great line calling. So, ice looks good. Rocks are good. No issues? No? Okay. So, way to capitalize on that.
De är inne i lite flytgrej nu.
Ja, även om man spelar bra så just att sätta de här skjutning på precis dubbel, det är ju sånt som man inte kommer göra varje gång oavsett hur bra man spelar.
Så det är liksom 1 och 2, det kommer komma. Så få upp de där startstenarna. Ni sätter ju jävligt många stenar, så det är bara...
Ja, så håller de lite högre känner jag just när de har den där lite extra bågen liksom. Så kommer vi ner där bite lotter, så jävla lätt för dem att komma ner och köpa eller komma insidan med en frys liksom.
And I look back at the highlights in the first 5. Sweden lying 1 at the first end. No easy chance to get in to draw for 2. So Niklas EDIN just looking to nick his own across and bounce off the red and in for 2. Great shot, great start. First end, take a 2-0 lead. Into the third end, second end was blank. Sweden lead 2-0, last stone for Japan. It is a drop, but it did dig in, so it was 2 to tie the game, 2-2 after 3. Fourth end, 2-2. Sweden facing 3. Really well played end by Japan. Niklas EDIN just looking for the nose hit. On the nose, and it's a 1 for Sweden. They take the lead 3-2 after 4. A look at all the scores. Italy 5-2 up on Czechia. Switzerland 5-2 up on Norway. Korea 3-1 up on on Germany. And Japan 4-3 on Sweden. And I look at the numbers after the first 5, and Sweden outplaying Japan by 10% as a team, 96% on the draws to 88 and 86 on the hits to 79. No stolen points. Japan have the lead 4-3, but it's Sweden that are playing the better numbers right now. So a good crowd in the arena this morning. 4 games underway in the session on day 2. And Kevin, an interesting first 5 ends. Some great shot play by both sides. We saw the numbers there. Sweden shooting the better numbers, but Japan, they're up on the scoreboard.
Up on the scoreboard, making a lot of big shots late in ends. The raises, that's been the story so far. Raise doubles. There's just been so many of them.
TSURUGA Sota gets play underway at the 6th end.
Hey.
And straight away we see Sweden going for the corner guard.
For Niklas, he was willing to really give up 2 points in 5 to get the hammer in 6. Could have easily played a hit on that backbiter and it would have been a blank. They would still get that hammer back, knowing that, okay, well, there's a pretty good chance we'll be behind.
So they want to go for 2, but they want to score primarily here, Sweden.
Yes, and that's why you see Team Japan throwing it into the house. For Team Japan, they would love to see a blank this end, force in the next end, have the hammer in 8 and 10, and have an excellent chance to win this game. So that's
SUNDGREN in this game. And 90% for Christoffer Sundgren. So both leads setting up the ends well.
Rasmus börjar hålla igång då för fart också. Får den lite djupare på kölen här. Kommer fint nu, men behöver köla mer.
trying to get this guard, this rock completely under the guard. Perfect. It is perfect. In front
And
of
that
the tee
is
and lost.
just the perfect setup, isn't it, for the front end, for your lead players.
Exactly where all 4 rocks need to be. It is going to bounce off. So that's a bit of a mistake now. Team Sweden can hit and roll underneath a little bit. Sit second and third, set up for multiple score. Rasmus as usual, big numbers.
Okay.
Well, it does give 2 behind the corner. Well, 1 behind the corner and another there.
A chance now for Team Japan to throw the guards. This is the first time in the game where Team Japan have had the opportunity to own the front of the house. So it'll be Team Sweden throwing the runbacks. Likely if this guard is made.
Yeah, and it's so tempting to play the perfect guard here. You're leaving 2 yellows in the house. And when you're playing Team Sweden, you don't want to be leaving too many counters around when they have hammer.
Yeah, the 2 reds in the rings are all vulnerable for a run back double.
And a look on to sheet C, Korea 3-1 up on Germany, but last stone for Mark Muskatovic.
Yeah, lots of yellows around the rings. So it looks like an out-turn hit for 4, I believe. Let's have a look and get to the rings. There is one in the back 12 foot. Yes, so that is for a big 4-ender. 5-3 now after 6. Huge end.
And we saw in our feature match, Japan put up the guard and Sweden tried to run it back, but they stuffed it. So leaves Japan lying 2 in the 4 foot. So Japan just looking for another guard.
This is not without worry, though, for Team Japan. You have Team Sweden throwing those run-back doubles, hoping they won't make them.
And the way the reds are set, top of the 4, the doubles there.
はい、いい感じ。
いやいや
さあ、クリーン。
ハルト側か
ハルト。
ハルトだ
曲げたよ、曲げたよ。
ハルトだ
クリーン。クリーン。
もうちょいだ最後
Looks like another nice guard, though.
Yes.
Täcker den lite.
Skulle kunna gå på den direkt.
Ja.
Jag tror det. Det enda andra är att gå så, men då kommer man riva bort en massa där. Men
Ja, jag kör den första du sa.
ja.
Tredje.
En liten,
Oh,
liten
having a
utsida.
go at the double right now. Could play the double peel,
Supermellan.
open things up, but Oskar wanting to hit this just off the nose, this guard, onto the Reds.
Whoa, whoa.
Big weight.
Behöver köla, behöver köla.
This is a little bit outside, though.
Okay, okay.
So it does remove one red, but also removes a yellow.
And leaves it totally guarded, so not ideal.
So where did Japan want to put this one?
Well, you almost have to come around and try to freeze exactly on the nose. Make the run double as difficult as possible.
%75% for the game.
はいよ。
ノックだ
For
な
Abe Shinya.
ウェイト。8。クリーン。8じゃないな。後ろ。クリーン。Yes。それ腰よ。
Problem coming round, you don't want to be in the high side and leave a double.
And actually coming around to the back forefoot now. Has to come down a little bit. Got to stay better than the side yellow.
som att göra skjutningen ändå.
Oh, that's too deep.
Very nice.
That opens the door.
14.6。
Oh, that yellow rock is completely lost. So now it's a raise single takeout. Now you don't need to make the double.
Men behöver ta halv eller tunnare.
Ja.
Needs to come up a little though.
So they now have 3 corner guards. So I think that one yellow is well protected in the side.
It's completely protected. Problem is for Team Sweden, they're having trouble making those runbacks right now.
93% for Oskar Eriksson for today's game. And 93% for Shimizu Tetsuro. We've seen him lift some amazing run backs,
ちょっと待ちたいな
doubles, singles.
近いそんなに悪くないよ
悪くないよ。
そんな悪くない
ギリだ、結構ギリだ。
One has lots of weight on it, hoping it to come down. Does not want to be in the rings. Okay, not too bad.
It's a much shorter run back now though for Sweden.
増えてきてる
Can Niklas make the double and roll for a biter?
Strax utanför träffen.
Make sure of the double first, but you could have a roll in just for a biter. Put some pressure right back onto Team Japan here.
Ja.
93% as well for Niklas EDIN today. Looking for the double. Well, does lift a double, but the back double.
Yeah, shot stone still belongs to Team Japan. That yellow rock, though, that's just outside the rings is in a troublesome spot for Japan. Team Sweden, though, that's a lot of tries at run backs and haven't made any yet.
やられね来るよね。
これにかぶせてガード置いたら多分これで取れちゃうから。
それがこうだよね多分。
So where's the best place for Japan? They want to bring a second counter in here.
That's a very tough situation to not give
これ？
あ、それの方がいいかも。
some sort of a double here.
T ライン。15秒イメージかな。フリーズなフリーズでもあるけん。
So you could possibly put them in a straight line.
矢野ちょい内め。ちょっと内から押せればベストだとは思う。
So kind of a bump, I believe, just playing a bit of a bump on the red stone that's biting the top four. Get some separation, make it as difficult for NAKAHARA as
これ行
possible.
くんだったら多分外から赤の外からドローも悪くないかなと思う。どうだ。でもカップでいいんじゃないかなと思う。いいんじゃないかな。フリーズも悪くないからね。
ラインはいいよ。
6、7。
ラインはいいよ。
キャッチ。
おお
早いよ。
投げだ。投げだ。
Trying to carve this in. They've played a tap weight, need to make contact and keep the red in second. Oh my goodness.
Oh, might have bumped it too far.
Oh, he has.
Left an open hit. After just a beautiful end. Gave one away there. Now, does nose hit do it though? Oskar having a really good look.
Rör dig 2 cent inåt så räcker det. Ja. Vilken fart! 11.
So a little roll to the inside will do it.
Det är bra.
What a shame. Japan really had the chance there. They set up, as you see, Kevin, such a good end. Last stone.
11-0!
Sixth end.
Höga 10!
Chance for Sweden to score 2. It is enough. So Sweden will take the 2. The game of patience there. And they will take the lead. 5-4 after 6.
Ja, 10-4.
いや、どんどん滑ってる。
Det går bra. Det går bra. Ja, jo, men säg att vi bara har 10 sekunder kvar eller något sånt.
Mer.
Seventh end underway of our feature matchup between Japan and Sweden. WRANAA alongside Kevin Martin. And, well, this game's had everything so far.
It has. It has. Team Japan would certainly like that last one back. Make that same bump, roll a little to the inside and bump to the back 4, back 8. And Niklas probably takes his 1 rather than try something very, very difficult for 2. But bumped it a touch too far. And no, Team Japan is in the same situation. Try to get 2 here. A blank's okay, though, for Team Japan in this case.
Yeah, so they can then score 8 and 10.
That's right. That's what the game's all about.
Linjen är bra.
Kan vara lite trögare.
Kanske curla lite.
Ja, lite curl. Håller ner den bara.
8. Ja, topp 8 är bra. Gärna curla lite.
Bra nu.
Ja, vi kan vänta. Vi kan ta den sista.
Bra, snyggt.
Bra.
And a look onto sheet B. Switzerland 5-2 up on Norway, but last stone here for Norway.
Yeah, had a look a few times at the front red and the back yellow, trying to decide. So they believe that Team Norway is sitting 1, and now trying to throw an out-turn draw through that tight port out front to get the side of the forefoot to get 2. So very difficult. Needs to curl enough to just get by. Does. Now needs to stop. Does. What a great draw. They did have a few looks. They did put a measuring stick on it, but it was 2. 5-4 now. Switzerland with hammer playing 7.
Bak 4. Ingen linje. Baklopp.
Börja curla nu.
Nej. Nu behöver curla.
Baklopp.
So, oh, very nice, great shot.
Sweden does not want to see a blank, so they're happy with the way this end started. Lots of rocks in play.
Lite mer curl på min intern nu. Han tappar lite, känner jag. Ja, även på taken alltså. Jag har lagt dem ganska mycket och kommer igen.
So run back, try to scatter some stones, open things up.
Yes! Whoa!
Oh, they overswept it. Doesn't make contact with anything in the house.
Täcka handleden. Haka eller lite närmare.
So now Sweden, they can just guard.
Linjen är bra.
Kan vara lång.
Haken
Behöver curla också.
Team Japan this end, throwing all the run backs.
Bara vänta.
Very much a back and forth battle here.
Behöver dra av.
So that did not work out. This is now left the nose wide open. Make the double and actually maybe even a roll behind the yellow guard.
Ja, yes!
OUCHI, Haruto, and for the double. 1, 2.
Okay. Would have liked to have saved that back one, but made the double. That's the most important part.
Yeah, if it just curled a fraction more, it could have kept the back one.
Bra fart.
11. Nej, ligger bra. Lite vid.
11.
11 bara. Kommer okej. Sarg. Fortfarande curla. Behöver curla.
Trying to let this curl up enough to get the roll. It's close to nose. It was.
Yep, so this end could still be a blank, which is not what Sweden want.
No, just that one missed guard. That's been the difference in this end so far. So a chance to roll behind the corner, though. Maybe set up for a multiple score. This can be made. Big thing here is to stick in the ring, so you do not want to roll out this situation.
Yes! Kring! Magge! Oh! Kring! Magge! Oh, Magge! Swing!
SHIMIZU again playing really nice weight.
Just overrolled the the guard a little bit.
And we look at all the scores. Italy 7-4 up on Czechia. Switzerland 5-4 up on Norway. Germany 6-3 up on Korea. And our feature match, Sweden 5-4 on Japan. So some close games going on this morning's draw. On. Oskar Eriksson plays a lovely hit and roll.
Almost completely lost, but can see a little corner to play the tap.
Surprised Japan not going for the run back because they like them.
This rock's really curling off the line though. Ended up wrecking and
what a shame. I thought the run back looked better.
Well, it's just not that run backs are easy, but Team Japan's been making them look easy all game, but that in turn was available. Just didn't quite get by. Problem is now chance to come around right to the button, side of the button. And no need to totally bury this either. Bury a half is plenty.
And now the chance of the blank is diminished for Japan. So ideally they want to try and now score their two.
Okej, lite plats. 4.
14-5 should be just behind the tee.
Sorry.
So consistent the speed of the ice. You want to be about that 14-7, 14-8 for the button. 14-5 is slightly heavier than that. And sure enough, just behind the tee. Even with, with the sweepers that Team Sweden have, even 15 seconds would do the trick.
So now Japan will just follow that, try and freeze it.
And forget about the blank. Blank's out of the question now, so try to get your 2 points.
Oh, now, is it shot? Yes, it is. What a great shot.
Try to lock it on. You can't lock it on better than this.
Really encouraging the sweepers there. The only problem is, I'm not sure how they're going to score two. Because the scoring area is really reduced.
Team Sweden taking on the straight back. Could throw the draw, freeze to the top, make it really difficult for two, but Niklas wanting to nose hit the yellow in the front to knock the red one out. Tough shot.
Ah, fantastic shooting.
That's fancy stuff.
That had to be so precise where that was hit.
That is definitely a Niklas EDIN shot. Not many people in the world even attempt that throw.
A lot of people you would see just come down, freeze on top and say, okay, you have your one, but you're not getting two.
I guess this is the same way, just a different way of doing it. Play the raise pick.
So, big weight, 6.5 seconds. Just enough to catch the red. And no problem. So now, last stone, Japan. Looking for the nose, and no problem. It will be a 1 for Japan, not what they were looking for, but they do tie this game up. It's now 5-all after 7. You're watching live coverage of the LGT World Men's Curling Championship. We're in Schaffhausen, Switzerland. It's day 2, men's session 3. And our feature match, Japan versus Sweden. WRANAA alongside Kevin Martin. And well, Kevin, this game, it's nip and tuck, isn't it?
It's a good game. Very well played. Lots of fantastic shots being made by both teams, actually.
Just a second game for both these teams. Sweden won their opening game against Netherlands. Japan, they lost their opening game yesterday to Italy. You know, we made comment at the start of the game, Kevin, that Italy were young, first time at a World Men's Championship for the front end, and really, against a world-class team, they've held their own.
Definitely held their own, yes. Just one little misstep to give the deuce in the sixth end. Otherwise, I think Team Japan would probably be same situation, probably a tie game, but they would have hammer. So otherwise, there's not really much to separate the two. So yeah, really well played game by both teams. Pretty even up.
Lead comparisons, both playing 91%.
Top tee. Lite framför fortfarande. Ja, det är lite risk bakom.
Behind this top tee, but it's a little bit heavy, I think. Just behind the tee. Nice chance to freeze and be right on top of the button.
OUCHI Haruto for the freeze. And a look on to sheet B. Switzerland 5-4 up on Norway. Last stone here for Switzerland.
Yeah, that yellow rock, that was Benoit's first. Made it double and rolled. Buried. First, and there was no choice for Magnus Ramsfeld but to to try to come around and freeze sort of the side of the yellow. Ended up coming a little bit deep, so there is room for an out-turn tap here. Needing to get enough curl. And it does move it far enough and hold the back. It does hold the back. So great shot. 7-4 now. Team Switzerland up after 7.
Halv meter kort.
8-4.
Bra linje, bra linje. Kommer mycket, ja.
Halv meter kort.
Nästan
Bra
mot.
linje, bra linje.
Nästan mot.
Bra fart.
Okej, bara stanna.
En mot.
Ja, det är perfekt.
Ja.
Fint.
Bra alltså.
Bra, 14-6.
So Japan failing the freeze, and now Sweden come round again.
Bara bak in Anna.
Great stone positioning here from Sweden.
Hatske. Hatske.
曲がってきた。
いや、まだ早いよ。ないよ、早いよ。ないわ、ないんだけどよ。
負け。ピン。
Perfect line.
Okay, nice.
Very nice. Almost forces a run back, I think. Redstone half under.
I can see the comparison of the second players. Rasmus RANAA just got the slight advantage today on OUCHI.
Japp. Wow. Det är så.
Rasmus RANAA, big weight, just makes that look easy. It's a long run back to judge that. Red onto red onto red.
And not touch either of the yellow ones. Still though, out turn, come around. If you can ever bump on the nose, make a little pocket in the back button, Team Japan would have an excellent chance at stealing this end. This is the big setup shot here right now, though. Needs to be made. This is not enough weight. That may end up taking away the raise on the red. It does. Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
That's trouble.
And we see the difference in the third players today. Oskar ERIKSSON having a really strong game.
Helium, de linjen är bra va? Men
Jag gillar nog att ha den användbar. Om de går i hålet med clearing så lär de ligga kvar där. Det känns som den är rätt viktig. Halvjämn är perfekt.
Han får spela ner den.
ja.
Försöker få farten 1-8. Ja.
Linjen är bra tror jag.
Ja. Bara topp 8.
Mitt 8 fot är bra.
Plats. Känns bra. Lite lång om något.
Ja, lite plats också. Ser ut som den ligger här.
Ja, topp 10.
He's got
Går det att gå?
plenty of weight.
Ja.
Ja, kör. Det är ingenting att hoppas på. Det bara ända hit.
It's not going to be just right, so take it back. Is the idea.
I den vinkeln helst. Ända ner hit helst. Kom igen.
Right to the back 8 if you can get it there.
Yeah, you don't want to leave a hit and roll.
That's right.
So Sweden, they have last stone at this 8th end.
Trying the straight back triple, I think, but that is a really long guard. Been making a lot of run backs though, but this is a tough one. This is really, really long.
Okay.
The only benefit, it did open up that side. But Sweden can bring another one half round. That red.
Har gått lite rakare här, men...
Samma fart. Är det för långt eller?
There's really not many options here for Japan.
Har vi spelat någon dragning här? Det har vi inte, va?
Nej, inte på...
Lite platt kanske.
Känns. Jag vill gärna hålla nere. Känns som en trögar.
Linjen är bra.
Topp 12, nära 12.
Ja, kör ni. Bra
linje. Bra fart, bra fart.
Klarna lite. Bra linje. Bra linje.
Bike 4. Bike 4.
Håller rätt. Bike 4. Bra linje. Behöver inte klara något mer.
Sweepers seem happy with the weight.
Deras andra dragning. Kom igen, kom igen, kom igen, kom igen.
Oh, very nice. Perfect.
Perfect.
Placed. And Japan in a lot of trouble.
Overall, this game, Team Sweden have placed the rocks better. Both teams playing well, but I think that's been sort of the difference overall.
Yeah, there's been a couple occasions Japan just overthrowing.
A touch heavy, Team Sweden not. That's been the difference. Yeah, very close game, obviously, but that's been the difference why Team Sweden has the hammer right now, and why Team Japan is in now so much trouble.
So is the dead draw here for Japan? Can they get to the button and actually lie short on this in-turn side? It's so tough. Shimizu, Tetsuro.
Yes, sir.
88% on his draws today. 15-2, they're going to have to work this. Line's good if they can get it there. Oh, just came up short. The line would have been perfect.
That was perfect. Just could not quite get it there.
Sätt han den där så är den jobbig att få ut.
Ja, man kommer alltid ha skjutningen worst case, men...
Could you ever bump the yellow just a
Inte
little?
mycket.
Nej, det är gardan där.
Absolut smit här. Kanske han kan.
Jag ser inget annat i alla fall. Det är bara garda den där.
Ja.
Lite innanför kant 12 så håller jag kvar den.
Guarding the red, that's fine too. I thought maybe bump the yellow a few inches just to block the angle raise on the red, but a guard does the same job.
Thing is, if Sweden put out a guard there, what does Japan have?
They're going to have to raise the guard onto the red one, I guess.
Lite innanför.
Tough situation.
That was so unlucky, that freeze attempt. It was looking good at the hog line, but just died of weight.
Niklas definitely wanting to get way out to the broom on this one. Don't want to overcurl.
Perfekt linje. Bra linje. Ja, det räcker där då nästan. Nära. Nära. Ja, räcker där då.
Bara sitta. Hur nära är vi?
Plenty of weight.
Ja, bara sitta.
Bra.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Just stops before the house.
15-5.
So do Japan use that yellow? As we can see, both four-stone players today, really strong games for both of them. Not much to separate them. So a real tough shot now for Japan. That's what he's facing down the ice. Not a nice prospect. Having to run the yellow onto the red and into this.
Almost just tickled the outside of the red. Into the pocket. A game saver, this one.
Hej ja. Hej. Hej. Yes. Nugget. Nugget. Clean.
This is looking really good. Make contact.
Oh.
White.
Sweepers just couldn't hold it. It overcurled. Only had to nick that red.
Nick it into the button area.
And at least cut something down.
But now there's a bump. It's hard to tell how many Swedes are actually sitting. But this was really close to being perfect. Bump it straight back. If it just touches and bumps the yellow that's on the top of the button, could have been a steal. But now a bump for 4, a split for 5. If Team Sweden's actually not already sitting 4. It's really close in the front.
So last stone
Riktigt bra. Linjen är bra.
for Niklas EDIN at this 8th end. We said Sweden wanted to score.
Linjen är bra, håll igång.
They controlled the scoreboard at 7th.
Bra linje.
To have hammered here.
Vänta, corner.
Bra linje.
Förbi.
Bra linje.
Ja.
Sweepers happy with the weight.
Kom igen.
Go.
Oh, it is 4 though. Tried to roll the shooter in for 5, but they'll take 4 at this stage in the game.
Kanske man kunde fortsatt. Nu missar vi den så kanske. Så,
Big score in the 8th end. Sweden now lead 9-5.
Då vi hogline så låg vi
After
fortfarande på en
8.
tredjedelsträff i garden. Nästan. Nu missar vi kanske... Det är bra.
And Japan, they will call it a day. Having had such a close game, 5-all playing the 8th end, and all of a sudden that one big end. Sweden acknowledge the crowd. They acknowledge them for a really clinical performance to date. Stone placement was outstanding. And Japan, they will have lots to review in that game. A lot of great positives to take. Played some amazing run backs.